making all kinds of noises.
Definitely staying in. I'm staying in.
All right. Hello and welcome to another episode of The Three Schooners. My name is Isaac.
And my name is David.
And my name is JT. And boys, we are back! As it looks like he's been lost at Burning Man for the last 9 years and he's finally found his way back home.
It's been 3 months, hasn't it? I've been looking for you guys.
It's not been, surely it's not been 3 months.
Yeah, it was like, oh, Dave's moving away. So we'll do this in a couple of weeks. 3 months later, here we are.
Good
job, guys.
We were waiting on you getting an internet connection, to be fair, Dave.
I said you guys carry on with me, and what did you do? Went out on the sesh.
We got drunk. We got very drunk.
So much. We planned it. We had a night plan. We gave the microphone to someone so they could be our third member. And then we just went to the pub instead.
Yeah. Dave's left. Let's get pissed. Let's have all the fun.
Well, that's not what happened, Dave.
Let's wait till he's gone. And
we came out of lockdown. We came out of lockdown.
You were out of lockdown when I left.
Nah, we went proper out of lockdown.
Not like dancing, not like going to electric.
No, remember that was electric's a thing now.
Yeah.
Anyway,
let's all talk about those nights Dave wasn't there.
We'll talk about all that later on. But first, ladies and gentlemen, Triple J's number 12 song of the year. Let's get on the beers.
Get on the beers. That's your civic duty. That's what's most important, and that's what must be done. Beers. Get on the beers. And that's what must be done.
Death sequence.
Yeah. Do you remember when Matt? Do you remember when Matt was actually on the episode and we just started doing that? He's like, "What are you doing? why are you dancing?" Oh, this is what we do because right now the theme tune should be playing. He's like, "Right,
the theme tune has just played. I presume if I've
these
edited
guys
this
are
right,
fucking weirdos."
I don't know why. Suddenly I went out of focus for some reason.
What's going on there?
On the camera. I'm going to move myself a little bit forward.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
So yeah, the song's just played. It came in number 12 on Triple J's Top 100. Boys,
it's pretty impressive.
I honestly thought I had a chance at first.
Me too. I put money on it. I put $20 for it to come in at number one at 51 to 1. It's $1,040 back.
You were with them, weren't you?
Yeah. I was up in. I got to travel for the first time. That wasn't for work in Australia and just go on holiday. I went up to Surfers Paradise. I was with the boys on the night. We had an absolute sesh.
I can imagine.
Yasmin passed out at one point. It was a whole thing. It was a great.
What from fatigue?
I'm not going to explain what happened. She passed out, and it was just a really fun night. They done a gig.
You couldn't have told that story in a shitter way.
Yeah, that was like these are all the things that didn't happen.
I was with these two famous DJs, and it was fun.
After they got their number 12, we met them at a gig they were doing because you can have gigs up in Queensland, and they were like, "Do me a favor, JJ. As soon as the song comes on, jump on stage and record it for me." And I'm smashed at this point. I'm a bottle of vodka down. And I'm like, I'll do it. I'll fucking no worries. So as soon as the song comes on, I jump up to record it. I get my phone out, and this hand comes out of nowhere and just pulls me down a set of stairs off the stage. And this guy's going, "Who are you? And why are you up on stage?" And I'm like, "My name is JJ." And
in your Bunnings warehouse cap. I work at Bunnings.
My
deal's going on right now.
and he was like, "The boys just asked me to record. I don't know who the boys are. Get the fuck out of this festival." And I was like, "Oh no." I was in the middle of Queensland, didn't know where I was. But yeah, everything was fine. It was a fantastic time. Shout out to Matt and Adam who achieved something beautiful with that. But the question is, boys, the song...
Shout out to JJ who's in Queensland, didn't come see his old buddy, pal, colleague at work.
It's because I couldn't get in contact with you because you had no internet. So the song was called Get On The Beers. And the song was called Get On The Beers. But getting on the beers is something that we do regularly.
Absolutely.
Dave, What kind of beer you got with you, mate?
Great segue because I'm really thirsty.
It's been a while. I've fucking missed this, boys. Anyway, I'd like to think I have some Queensland beer for you. And I haven't let you down. I don't. So what I have is it's a Melbourne beer.
Yeah, of course it is.
wow.
Yeah. But this was a 6-pack, 2 6-packs for $26. That's how we do it in Queensland, baby.
I can't tell if that's good or not. It's like,
It
that's
is.
good.
Very
That's
good.
good. That's good. That's good
That's
money.
12 beers for pretty much 1 6-pack. So anyway, I brought with me.
That's smashing that.
I brought with me my free Schooners glass. It is, but because we're in Queensland, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we need one of these. Now it gets very hot here, very humid all the time. So this is called a stubby holder for those who basically aren't Australian. It's very versatile. It's got a hole, and you put your beer in it.
Don't like where this is going.
Or you can put your glass in it. There you go. It's versatile. And then, it basically keeps your beer cold. And
Are you telling me that you've got a nice hole, a nice squeegee hole, that on all you've done is put your beer in it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much. It's moist.
You live different lives.
Very moist.
Isaac, what have you got for me, young man?
I've got one of Dave's favorite beers, a great beer. It's a Kaiju Crush. Hoi!
That's a nice looking can. It looks like Super Mario.
I've never drank that before.
What do you mean? You had it on one of the first days.
Did I?
Yes, you 100% had it on one of the first podcasts. If you're watching or listening, please let us know which podcast it was if you remember. But you 100% had.
I'm pretty sure my first beer was a Furphy.
I'm not saying for one of the first. It was like first 3 videos, I reckon.
Tell me something interesting about the beer.
It does look like Super Mario.
After generations of kaiju interacting with the local flora, a new species arose. The Frugus found the balmy weather and laid-back pace in tropical climates to their liking, settling many remote islands, but always on guard for that. Never mind. Oh, I just spilled it on me. God damn it.
Yeah.
JJ, what are you drinking?
I've just realized my glass is too small for the hole.
That's always the problem with you, David.
It's just like it's just a lot of excess room around it.
Yep.
Around the base. Yeah. That's happen.
All right, JJ, what beer are you drinking?
What beer am I drinking? What beer do you think I'm drinking?
I don't know.
The Desperado's back. Do you know I've not had a Desperado since the last time we recorded? Which is
I was
very
hoping
unlikely.
like the brewery had gone into remission or something.
Listen, the only thing that goes into remission around this house is cancer, right?
I was pretty
That's all.
happy. That was
Poor Elon.
yeah. Anyway,
Elon, he's still alive, unfortunately. If anyone else is taking bets on how long he would exist for.
that's his cat. For anyone who's listening who doesn't know
not the
who
billionaire.
Elon is. Not the actual billionaire. Yeah.
Also, you could be taking bets on that. I don't know. People bet on things. So let's start with first things first, Dave. The reason we've taken so long to record is because you didn't have an internet connection. The reason you didn't have an internet connection is because you moved house. The reason that you moved house is because you went to a new job and a new place. How is that new job, new place, new house, and your internet connection going? Is it good?
That's a lot of questions.
It's like rattling bone. Yeah. Oh, a new house and a hole in a tree.
Oh, fuck, this is good.
Yeah. So I've moved to Queensland for a new job. So the job is for base backpackers who me and Isaac work for. And
my missus.
And your missus, yeah.
And my missus. Mm-hmm.
And I've came up here to start my new role here. And yeah, I've moved to a tropical island called Magnetic Island, which is absolute paradise.
And what attracted you to it?
It was
Positive ions.
Yeah.
Positive electrons.
Magnetic, baby. And it's literally paradise. It's a little island. And then I lived at base for a few weeks with my partner, Elise. And then we've managed to get our own place, which is like a canopy giant canopy hut with a mezzanine floor, and we have a swimming pool outside. Sounds very luxurious, but you need a swimming pool in Queensland because the humidity up here is an absolute killer. The sun will burn you to a crisp. I remember the first time we got here, like the first night we stayed over, and the second day we're like, oh, should we walk to the local shop, have a nice little morning stroll? Got there all nice and fine. On the way back, it was like crawling, might as well have been crawling through the Sahara Desert. I was like, oh my God, the sun, it's killing me. I was burned to a crisp. I'd literally been outside for like 5-10 minutes and like had really bad sunburn. The sun up here will fuck you over.
At least you can get a tan.
Yeah, very quickly, and skin cancer. But yeah,
then we'll go in remission, right?
Remission.
Yeah.
Come to this house.
Yeah, full circle.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
And yeah, living in Queensland is a very stark contrast to Victoria. People are very different up here. They're way Aussie. Like,
can you explain how long it takes on a flight to get from Melbourne up to where you are?
Yeah, to get from Melbourne to Townsville, which is the nearest airport to us, is about 2-hour flight, 2.5 hours, I think. 2-hour flight.
Keep that in mind, people from other countries in the world that are not as big as Australia.
Well, you can fit the United Kingdom into the state of Victoria. State of Victoria isn't even the biggest state, which is kind of mind blowing.
Dave is of course the biggest state in Australia.
Yeah, but I did not know that. What? So we get to Queensland, and Queensland is I'm in North Queensland, so that there is well, basically, if you're listening and you're not been to Australia, they don't have winter here. I mean, they have winter, but it's not winter. Yeah. Like, even the locals are all like, oh yeah, the nicest time to be on Magnetic Island is in winter because it's bearable. Like, you literally we're here in rainy season at the minute, cyclone season, so it's like it's really high humidity, so you're sweating. You just sweat. You've just got to accept that you'll be sweating all of the time. You live for aircon. You're sweaty, and you get into a shower to get clean, and you get out of the shower and you're still sweating. It's ridiculous. You spend most of your time with your top off, and you walk around barefooted.
Sounds superb.
It is. Yeah. It is. But people say, oh, you moved to a tropical island. Don't get me wrong. I'm so grateful to be and so blessed. But yeah, it doesn't come without its interesting experiences, like sweating all the time. And like the other day, I've got a little push bike and I ride to and from work. And the way I ride to work, I literally ride down the beach, alongside the beach. It's fucking amazing. You can see all of Townsville mainland. But the other night coming home from work, I rode over a snake. I was like, just rode over a snake. And it's like, the snake was like, what are you doing, you dickhead?
Just like that.
Yeah.
What a fuck really weird thing. Just English accents. Yeah. I knew there was one.
Yeah. It's like weird. It's like, I get it. Like, everyone needs to be aware of it, but like, they're terrified of coronavirus up here. But yet there's been no cases up here. And it's just like, there's no way, touch wood, but there's no chance of it coming.
Yeah.
Well, I think
2,000 people live on the island.
I think that's a fantastic segue to talk about our current state that we're in, coronavirus wise. As of recording, Dave is free as a bird. Dave can do whatever he wants.
Yep.
We also sound like that, but we're more within a cage. So we're like, caca. Oh, I can't fly anywhere.
real depressed bird.
Well, yeah, so we're in a 5-day snap lockdown at the moment.
Which is what is a snap lockdown? Is that like, Dan Andrews sneezes? You're in lockdown. Look, he is.
It's a surge. Was it a circuit breaker? That's the great terminology they like to use.
It was an
I love how
genius.
they have all this slang for these fucking.
You've got tier 1, but a green state and a red zone and a fire area.
Snap lockdowns.
Stop making all these fucked up names.
It's like you're playing a game of Uno or something.
So on Friday last week, what they done was they said that we were going to go into a snap lockdown. But what they also done was they told us the exact moment it would happen. at 11:59 p.m. on a Friday night.
Yeah. So what was that? 8 hours after the press conference.
8 hours after the press conference. So people instantly went, let's get
Sent
fucking
it.
smashed. Let's get ruined. Let's go out until 11:59 and just get, because it wasn't illegal to be outside. There wasn't a curfew after that. So if you were on the street, you were just exercising. So everyone, and I mean everyone in the whole state,
Talk up exercise.
got real exercise that route. Real exercise. We were smashed. We were in a bad way. I drank a lot of Jaeger bombs.
You were at base, weren't you?
Oh, I think so at one point. Yeah. No.
Like I heard stories. So there's a bar close to us called Fifth Province, which we're all aware of, which is linked with Freddie Wimpoles, who we've talked about before, and Beery Hoppins, who's one of our great friends on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. And they were full by 4:30 p.m. with like an hour line out the door, and then proceeded to be full from then until close. And our good friend, Tom Jones, who's worked in hospo for a long time, said it was the worst shift he has ever worked, ever.
I mean, I would not want to be on the receiving end.
And so they do $4 pints at 4 o'clock, $5 pints at 5 o'clock, 6 at 6, 7 at 7, 8 at 8, right? So you've got all these tradies, Irish drunk tradies coming home from work at 4:59 demanding $4 pints, not $5 pints, because it's ticked past the hour, just being absolutely hammered, causing problems, and everyone knows they're going in lockdown at midnight. Like, oh, Jesus Christ.
It was madness. And the thing that I really liked about it, Yasmin and I decided to go out we were going to sit in the house and just wait until the 5 days were done. And Yasmin's like, you know what? It might be longer than 5 days. Let's just go out for a drink. So 8 o'clock, we went to a friend's bar down on the South Bank called Hop House. And we're in there, had a pint there, and then I seen a message from Isaac being like, yo, there's a few people in base. Why don't you come down? So went down, and this thing that I've only experienced in Glasgow happened, where in Glasgow, clubs open from 11 p.m. till 3 a.m. And that's it. You have 4 hours every night. No longer than that. So everyone gets absolutely fucked in those 4 hours. Like, they go out and they become fucking Chief of Australia Post and send it, right? They go
0 to 100.
And 0 to 100 real quick.
Licking stamps left, right, and center.
Where's this going? International. So everyone was doing that. And it was so cool to watch because that's my vibe, man. We've got a very limited amount of time. Let's get as intoxicated as we can. I loved it.
It was like that the first lockdown when the first huge one came, but it was like, well, yeah, I imagine this one was bigger, but just what you were talking about, this sense of a unified, we're all going to get absolutely fucked beyond belief. It's a good feeling. It's also, you're just drinking away your problems and
adding to the problem potentially.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there was a lot of problems.
But you've got to admit, there is a little bit like, we're all going to go for it. And that's the exciting bit. The actual reason you're doing it is actually really shit.
Yeah. But you know what?
But explain to me, because I'm a Queenslander now.
Shut up.
So I'm not. Yeah, we're not dirty and don't get infected. But
Brisbane.
How is it? How has it happened here? Which is
wait, Kerry's called me. Let's get her on for a 1 minute.
Oh, that's really good. Kerry from Barclay?
Yeah, Kerry from Barclay. Hey, Kerry, how are you?
Hello, I miss you.
I miss you too. Do you know you're actually on the Three Schooners podcast for the second time right now?
Oh my God, I'm actually.
You are actually.
Oh my God, I feel so famous.
Did you call for a reason?
I called for a reason. Do you have a vote? I don't know what it's called. A vote checker? A vote thing?
A vault checker. A voltimeter thing.
And
I have no idea, and I don't think this is an ambermeter. Amber?
Yes, to check the amplitude. Yeah.
I have no idea off the top of my head, unfortunately. I might be able to get back to you in an hour or so.
What is going on?
My Insta story
is a shocking conversation.
I know.
In base.
I don't know. I'm doing a podcast right now, Kerry. I'm gonna have to get back to you later.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I love you so much. Bye-bye.
I don't think she got it when I said,
yeah.
for the second time, you're a guest on the Three Schooners.
Yeah, like
She just was like, what are you talking about? Can you just answer my question or what?
oh my God, I feel so famous. Anyway, here's my problem.
Yeah. I just can't wait till Kerry watches this. She goes, oh my God.
So
I miss
you were
Carrie. I miss her.
Oh, mate, Kerry's doing real well. We Next Level came back last week for the first time.
Just quickly, for those who don't know, Carrie was a past guest on our show, and she is the venue manager of Barclay / Summer House. And yeah, where we did that rooftop party, me, JJ, and Isaac.
And our first
rock up and demand-free drinks.
Was she our first guest?
Nah, Ash wasn't he?
Ash was. First in-person guest.
First in-person guest. Yeah.
First and last in-person guest.
We're never doing that again.
Fuck that technical difficulty.
We're not going to talk about that, boys. We're not going to talk about that.
Wait, what are we talking about? We're talking about our lockdown, and you don't know what's happening because you're from Queensland where everything's sanitized and remote, and you want to know why.
Well, there's just basically no people here, so... No people, no virus, no worries.
Yeah.
No shoes.
Yeah, no shoes.
No shoes, no virus, and I still get service. But yeah, so do you want to know why we went onto lockdown? Is that why?
Yeah, I don't understand. 1 minute you've worked real hard. Dan Andrews real happy, doesn't do press conferences again. Next minute, suit. Press conference.
Right,
you're all
North Face jacket.
Yeah, no North Face. Nah. So we got the UK strain, the hyper infectious, blah 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 blah. And what they found is that by the time they got a positive test from the Holiday Inn worker, they also then quarantined the housemates or whatever, and they also tested positive instantly. There was like not that delay, is what my understanding was, is that it was a lot quicker from initial infection onto follow-on infection of others. So they freaked out a little bit and were just like, let's put it on hold now to stop the chance of other instant infections going on. And then it goes from 1 to 50 over the space of 5 days.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And you know what? We've done well. The cases that are being recorded.
Was it linked to the tennis, though? The Australian Open or something?
I don't even think it was.
I don't think it was.
No, the Holiday Inn wasn't taking tennis people. Everyone just blamed the tennis because their keyboard warrior fucking...
Oh, really?
But also, the tennis shouldn't have happened. Like, can we all be very, very aware of that?
Here's the thing.
The F1 didn't happen.
The F1 didn't happen because F1 didn't want it to happen as well because they didn't want to do all the bubble things. The Tennis Australia wanted it to happen, obviously. The head of Tennis the World, whatever the fuck that is, the FIFA of tennis, they wanted it to happen. And then the Victorian government saw it as a way of propping up the tourism industry, which has absolutely been destroyed in Victoria.
So I agree with that. I agree.
And how many people are attending the matches?
Over the last 5 days, none.
How many people attended it before that? None.
The finals.
I was watching. I've got mates that have went to like a few games or matches. I don't fucking whatever they're called in tennis, and empty. Everything's like you can sit anywhere. Yeah, empty. No one's going to them.
Through the fear of coronavirus and shit like that?
I think mostly just because tennis is shit. To be honest, I mean,
well, we're not having international people coming in for it. Yeah, and the locals don't care as much.
Yeah, we don't get.
Yeah, the Australian Open. I've been for the last 2 years.
Your passport.
It was good.
Yeah, but all right, you went. Did you actually go for the tennis? Or did you go to watch Fatboy Slim play on the Wikis?
No, I've been both times to watch Bastille because Elise absolutely.
Well, there we go.
Bastille.
Point is,
I didn't watch actually any tennis at all. I couldn't give a fuck.
That's none of the entertainment's happening. It's just the tennis. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, fuck tennis.
They're doing like live local bands. Here's someone singing about their vegan Rice Krispies that they've recently had. No one.
Very Melbourne.
Yeah,
it is very Melbourne.
Talking about things that are shit and fucked. Remember that time America had the Civil War?
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's so much that's happened.
This is like a clip episode. You know how like shitty 90s sitcoms have a clip episode of everything that happened across the season?
Is it like Family Guy? It's like, remember that time in America?
Yeah.
Hey Peter.
Are you talking about programs that take clips of like different things that have happened all through it, like WandaVision? Another great segue. Amazing.
Can we get back onto that in a minute? But can we talk about? Can we
talk about Civil War? Captain America Civil War. It's WandaVision.
Yeah. Can we talk about how the Galactic Empire was brought down and Joe Biden and his rebellion of rebels has now taken over and the Senate is restored? Is it?
So Senator Palpatine.
No, that was the other guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
because they faked votes.
So Trump left. He didn't attend the inauguration.
I actually
he was the first person in like years, right?
Since 18, something like that.
I didn't watch it. He didn't go, did he, or something? Did he?
I didn't go. It made a really weird speech at the closest army base where he got on Air Force One for the last time.
As you would, to be fair. If I had one last chance to go to Air Force One, I 100% would.
So
I'd play like a tune real loud and just be like,
he did. It was YMCA. He does it every time. I don't know why. Young
he plays why? Does he play
this is every rally he has. It goes da, da, da. No idea why.
Do you know what is a great intro? If I was a politician, my intro would be like David Bowie. Let's dance.
That just looks. It honestly looks like Dave's just having a wank and having.
100% looks like you're about to climax.
I just did.
Superb.
Let's go.
Because we had
or on your ballot
win.
Votes with me. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, I should be.
No, I can't.
Kill me here. So we had Biden win. Yeah. Then we had the Civil War in a day.
Yeah, Civil War in a day.
The Capitol,
which was fucking weird, man. Like if you looked at videos of that, like police were like, "Oh, you just want to come in? Yeah, man, come on in." Like I'll just open up these gates, and people were stealing like things from the from buildings. Can you? Okay, so imagine this is flipped, right? And imagine it was Joe Biden that had went, "We don't think we're going to win the election." Just go mad. Go up to that house and just rip it apart and go in and demand that none of this happens. That's an insurrection. That's someone going to jail for a life.
Was that when they stormed?
Yes, when they stormed the Capitol.
Yeah, and there's that guy with the furry hat, and it's like fucking.
Yeah. And there was no real backlash. Like some people got arrested and like
fucking idiots.
Did you see the video of the guy that walked away with? He had this podium.
Yeah.
The guy that had the podium. He tried to get on a plane, and they were like, "No, you're not getting on a plane. You're now blacklisted as a domestic terrorist."
To be fair, I'd do that. Like, I've stolen pint glasses from pubs. I mean, I'm not proud of it. I've done it. They look great in my pantry or whatever. But if I was in the White House or whatever it was, the Congress place, the bit where they make all the decisions, Capitol. Yeah, the rule book place. I'd steal something. Even if it was a pen, I'd just steal a pen or something.
Yes, most people would steal a fucking pen, Dave. Not a fucking podium. I'm more impressed that the guy had the strength to walk out with it. That is very well done.
Just getting on the plane, sir. What's
he put it up for sale on eBay.
It's carry on.
What's what?
He put it up for sale on eBay for $15,000. What a guy!
Oh, fucking idiot. And then we had what? Trump's second fucking
impeachment.
Yeah,
he got away with somehow.
Mike Pence. Oh no, you're talking about sorry. Yeah. I'm with
Mike Pence. I've missed Dave. Yeah, this is peak Dave.
I think the slight internet delay doesn't help either. Yeah, it makes it so much worse.
Yeah, let's blame that. Yeah.
So he didn't get impeached, and he's still the leader of the Republican Party.
Which is odd.
Yeah,
odd.
All things considered, I'm surprised.
Are you thinking he's going to go for a second term?
I mean, who knows? There's a lot of people that still like they're Trump, right? Like Republicans, they're true America. Like that's so many people's still opinion.
I watched a guy who said he was part of a game show, and all you had to do was answer this question, and you could win $1 million. The question was, who won the American presidential election? And it's Trump supporters. And he's like, all you have to do is tell me who won the presidential election, and I'll give you $1 million. Donald J. Trump won the election. What's wrong with you?
Did he actually? This is real, yeah.
That's a real thing, yeah.
That's
And
horrendous.
they were all like Donald Trump one.
That's horrendous.
I don't know if he actually had the $1 million to give them, but yeah, horrendous. Can't even, don't know why you wouldn't just say Biden and then get your $1 million,
And then change what you say.
then change your answer.
That's the wrong president. Way!
Yeah.
Right, what's next on the list of WandaVision?
WandaVision.
Clip show. Pew, pew, pew.
I want to talk about
WandaVision is outrageous. Right, no spoilers in case anyone else.
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
The first 3 episodes could be the worst thing I've ever watched in my life.
Nah, I'd say first 2 were pretty weird.
I'd say first 3. Nothing happens in the first 3.
And you get a bit of colour. Boy.
You get that colour. You change your aspect ratio a little bit. But then episode 4.
Episode 5, mate, as well. And then episode 6. It's just, I can't hack it. It's too much.
If anyone doesn't know what it's about, neither do we.
Yeah,
no one really knows.
Very fair. Yeah, it's so confusing.
And
And Wanda's a babe.
Oh my God.
Wanda is an absolute fox.
What's her real
Obviously-
name? Olsen?
Elizabeth Olsen.
So obviously Mary Kate and
Googled it.
Ashley, Mary Kate and Ashley, the twins, that's her sister.
Yeah.
Their sister, yeah.
But what's
And the
her
one that wasn't as
sister?
popular as a kid, so she's got more personality because she had to
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, that's a good gene pool. Well done, Mary Kate and Ashley and Elizabeth Olsen's parents. That's I'm all
High
for
five.
that. Well done. Yeah, it's absolute babe. It's one of the weirdest things I've ever watched, but
It is, but it's so clever how they're doing it.
it's merged. We think it might have merged a couple of universes together. We'll not mention why that's happened, but some things that people were waiting on.
There's some big, if you're a Marvel fan, which I am an absolute Marvel nerd, if you're watching it, there's just some real mind fuck moments in it and some big things. I like some of the things, we're up to episode 6 now.
Seven comes out.
Some of the things that have happened already are pretty huge. And they're like, oh, this isn't even like the writers or whatever. Like, that's not even
a big thing.
How many episodes are they planning?
9 episodes. The next 3 episodes.
Okay. That's good.
Next 3 episodes are an hour long each.
Do you think
I noticed it was getting longer and longer and longer.
have you heard the
I'm not
thing where we
talking
should
about
make an X-Files like thing with Adam Cho, whatever his name is?
With what, the FBI guy?
The FBI
I
guy
heard
and the
this.
chick.
I heard this.
so-
It's like you can't just make a bloody spin.
But it would be so good, especially if
It would be
it wasn't
amazing.
part of the MCU and it was just like its own thing. Like
No,
Asian
it should be a thing. It should 100% be a thing.
Nah.
He's so just dweeby and
Rambo and Darcy should be a little 3 people that go
crime
about.
fighting duo.
Yeah, amazing.
Do you remember the Family Guy did this with the Cleveland show? Look how it worked out.
Fair. Fair. I don't think I ever watched any episodes of Cleveland Show. Back
I
then.
watched it. I was like, why am I doing
I
this?
was religious with Family Guy back then too.
I think we've already seen the introduction of mutants in the MCU.
Right. You need to shut up.
I'm not giving away anything. I've not said what it is. I think we've seen it, but not in the way that you think, Dave. We'll talk about this afterwards.
Okay.
It's something real sneaky to happen.
This is another thing though about WandaVision, which I haven't had with a series for a while. Like, honestly, actually, after every episode, I'm starting to become those people, those web sleuths who go
Google.
online and like, what?
Straight to
the fuck
Reddit.
is what does this mean? What does that mean? What does this mean? It's like, if you're a Marvel nerd, this is a very, very clever show. I think it's one of the best things they've done so far in terms of writing and shit like that. I think personally,
It's very well
Marvel are very good in the MCU of just like, yeah, there was things in like Age, and I'm sorry if you've not watched Endgame by now, where the fuck have you been? But yeah, there was things in Age of Ultron, little clues they put in that, which
Like they'll literally say the word endgame. Like
yeah, and it means absolutely nothing. And then like for 4 years later, when they're concluding that saga, it's like they've put Easter eggs they're incredibly what Kevin Feige or whatever his name's doing with all that and the team. Incredible writing.
Kevin Feige has went from being the creative director of everything Marvel cinema-wise, so being literally in charge of everything that happens on screen, to be in charge of everything that happens in Marvel full stop, including the comics now as well. He's now in charge of the way that all of it spreads out. Yeah. Which is a huge amount of.
You need to be a
power
massive Marvel nerd and understand every little Luke. Like, it's like, you know, those people that were hired to be like Lord of the Rings lore experts.
Yeah.
You need that. You need like full on.
I reckon that's where he's at, man. And I reckon he's probably got those people as well.
You'd need
but yeah,
that.
he's in charge of all the comics now as well. I got into a dark place in the internet that was well, you know, explaining how certain things were happening and all that. Well done to them. I've not been this excited for a program for a long time.
But
the last time I got this, sorry, Isaac, the last time I got this excited was like Game of Thrones and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and look how that turned out. But the top of this whole chain is our good friend Glenn, who is the head of Disney in Australia. You don't know.
What? That's not his title. Don't call him that.
And we're going to get him on the show.
I want him on the show. But then I was like, bro.
To be the head of Disney. Yeah.
Can we get you on the show? And he was like, yeah, you could get me on. I was like, we'll talk about Disney. He was like,
yeah, he's got heaps of NDA stuff.
He can't say that much. And he's like, yeah, no, I'll get.
But Glenn is an amazing guy, and do you know what he's best at? Do you know what he's best at? Hosting Boozy Bingo.
Oh, that was such a good segue. I knew it was happening. I was like, he's gonna do it. Sorry, I've missed this. This is lovely.
Yeah, it's great hosting Boozy Bingo. Now, Boozy Bingo, gentlemen, you explain away. You've got the rights to do this. Talk to me.
I'll let Isaac take this one.
Imagine a room filled with people that are young, drunk, and want to have a good time. You look to your left, you look to the right, and at some point in the night, you know that you're either going to be sharing a drink or sharing some lips. And that is
or sharing even more.
Hey! Basically, it is a 4-round bingo game hosted at Backpackers that's been running for 11 years as of this year. And it is super loose and extra fruity. We give out a bunch of free drinks, free prizes, big cash prizes. I think the biggest cash prize I've ever seen is like $1,600. Cold hard cash in your hand then on the day. We give out private rooms, trips down the Great Ocean Road, all kinds of shit. And it's come back after almost a year. Yeah, the last one ended, I think, was around like March 16th or something. So it's going to be like 51 weeks since the last one, which is crazy. And it's coming back.
That was horrible as well because I was at the last one and I didn't realize it was the last one.
I didn't go. I was hungover from the night before and decided not to go and just stayed at home, watch a movie. And I'm so depressed. It's been 51 weeks of depression.
But there's been a lot of people going, when's it back? It's so good to see it coming back. Really good.
Yeah. Dave, what was your role at Boozy Bingo?
I was when I first came into Boozy Bingo, I was a manager behind the bar. So I saw it from the bar side of things and it was pretty fucking loose. And yeah, it was good fun. And you were just pumped at the bar for ages. I then evolved to become the DJ at Boozy Bingo, which is a hell of a lot of fun doing it if you're the DJ.
That sounds like a good job to have.
Yeah, it is a very good job to have. And I believe you are taking over that job.
That's correct,
I don't believe you are taking over the job. It was me who fucking told you to take over the job.
Absolutely.
You asked me to come in because you knew you were moving away, so you needed somebody else to do it and learn how to do it.
I needed someone reliable and knows music.
Got me to come in and learn how to do it, and not once. I think I've done it like 6 or 7 times. Not once did I learn anything because we get so drunk and I couldn't stand up.
So good.
Fair. It is great though. It's like it's 4 rounds of just
mayhem. Yeah,
it is. And then like first round is like a specific genre of music, like 70s rock type thing, and then we go a bit like One Division. We go through the ages.
Good callback. That's nice.
It's a lot of fun. By round 3 or 4, the crowd's pissed. I'm pissed. Glenn's probably pissed. We're all just going for it. It's great. It's so much fun. And from a DJ point of view, when you just throwing down bangers after bangers and sing-alongs and sing-alongs, and just the most rewarding moment for me of being a DJ is just like watching the crowd and they're all getting really into it, and you're like, this song's gonna send them. And then you put it, and you just see them go nuts. Oh, it's such a good feeling.
Everyone jumping on the chairs. And the tables
it's so good.
Slamming the roof, doing these ones. And I'm sitting there going like, oh, don't break anything.
So the first time Yasmin ever heard about Dave was one time where I couldn't work out how to get in the house because I got so drunk with Dave. I think, do you remember the time we were lying on the McDonald's car park on the ground, and I was eating chips off the floor of the car park? So essentially dirt I was eating. So Dave,
I was like, what are you doing?
I was like, Dave, I'm very drunk. I need to go home. And I couldn't work out how to get in the house. So Yasmin had to help me in the house, and I just was sick everywhere. It was beautiful. And then she went, JJ, who's done this to you? And I went, Dave, my friend Dave did it. And she'd never met you before. And she's like, I don't like this, Dave, man. He keeps doing this to you.
She was.
So, I'm very much looking forward to taking over.
When does that come back, Isaac?
March 1st, if everything goes back to normal as we hope and intend. And we've got people flying down from Queensland, people flying down from New South Wales. Like, bingo, for those that have never been, is something that is so, I'd say, important to St Kilda backpacker kind of culture. It's talked about all up the East Coast. Our friend Ash mentioned it when he was in Rio de Janeiro. He was told about it. Like, it's a big backpacker thing.
I'll second that, because when I was coming to Australia and I was booking my flights with this company called STA that aren't around, and they were like, where do you want to go? I was like, oh, Melbourne. And they were like, we'll put you in at this place called Base Backpackers. I was like, oh, yeah. They were like, they do a boozy bingo there, and it's ridiculous, and it's so famous. I heard about that when I was in the UK. That's how big Boozy Bingo is. It's like Isaac saying, it's up the East Coast. Yeah. People where I am at the minute are actually talking about like, oh my God, Boozy Bingo is coming back. And if you are in Melbourne, get in there quick, because it's going to be a sellout event, I imagine.
Fucking
real. Is it going to be tickets? Is it going to be tickets?
Yeah, well, don't worry about it. Just go on Facebook.
You mentioned the Three Schooners. We'll get you something. I've just realised that I've recorded this whole episode in a different format from what I usually do. So everyone's going to be able to see all three pictures at the same time.
Okay. That's cool.
Yep, so cool. Now you know.
Okay, cool.
So now we've got about 15 minutes left of our normal airtime.
Wait. Right now. We're going to do a competition, because we keep fucking talking about competitions. We don't do it. Right now.
Okay.
You've got to share this. Oh no, should we do it?
Because we're back, baby.
Right. We're back. This is what we're doing. I'm doing it right now. You need to tag 2 friends. That's all you have to do. Tag 2 friends on this post on Instagram or on Facebook or whatever. We'll do a little share us around, tag your mates here. This is the competition. And you get a free ticket to Boozy Bingo, paid for by us. So that's your intro sheet.
For you and the two friends?
Yeah, why not? Three Schooners, your 3 Schooners, right? So you and those 2 friends, you get free tickets, free seats, all that covered by us.
And Isaac will 100% buy you 3 Jaeger bombs.
100%. Just If you got,
and I will take one song request. One song request.
Also, I've noticed, boys, you aren't wearing the merch.
I went.
It's real hot today. It's really hot today.
And I've got Dan Andrews get on the beers.
And I went on theme with
Queensland.
Yeah. Bullshit.
Anyway. Have we all got a story each this week?
Of the last 2 months? One that
you'd like to tell.
I mean,
Okay, Dave, you look least excited. You go first.
Fuck's sake. I mean, I'm really excited for this segment. So mine is from our friends over at Lad Bible.
Oh,
so you know it's legit. It's been,
it's legit.
The source has been checked rigorously.
Some sterling writing over there. And it is, we've just recently had Valentine's Day for all the lovers out there and all the single people. But as we know with love, it can be sweet and sour. So Valentine's all about giving gifts to the people you love, but it doesn't necessarily mean those gifts are going to be nice. So a husband was filmed, and the filming was his response to his wife's Valentine gifts of women's pictures he's liked on Instagram. So she got a box, and it had little sticks coming out of it, and there was all pictures of women, and they're all the women he's liked on Instagram. Some are friends, some are friends of friends. But yeah, he's a 27-year-old insurance agent called Gloria Tovar from Los Angeles.
Absolutely nailed it.
Yeah, his name is.
Oh, that's the lady. That's the
of course.
lady.
Yeah, definitely.
As you can tell.
I love how much he researches this.
Great story, Dave.
She can be seen presenting her husband with a little platform adorned with pictures of women. Eyebrows raised. The husband asks, "What the hell is this?" To which Gloria, it's Gloria. All the pictures you've been liking on Instagram. Yeah.
I think you're just giving inspiration for Elise in
That's
363 days' time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's all.
Really.
At least when you inevitably listen to this, make sure that they are like A0 size printouts, you know?
Yeah.
And they're as big as they could be.
And you can also check the Three Schooners and what they like, because Dave is our official social media manager. So anything that does is him, essentially, because he's self-claimed social media manager.
On that, well, you weren't fucking doing it. And on that note,
not my job, Dave.
I knew a guy who was living with another mate, and the other mate took a girl out on a date. Meanwhile, the housemate went on the girl's Facebook, printed off loads of photos of her, put them in frames.
I mean, yes.
That is so good.
The mate who was on the date brought the girl back for,
outstanding.
After date romance. Opens opens the bedroom door, and there's just pictures and frames of the girl he's taken.
Oh my God.
Outstanding.
If Jack still lived with Glenn, we would 100% do that to Glenn. We need to do it to Dwayne. Dwayne's the only other person that goes on dates all the time. Come on.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
I mean, there's Ash, but
Ash doesn't.
Yeah, nah. Okay, so Dave, what you've done there is set yourself up for a horrible time next year. Congratulations.
That's under the premise that I just go around liking loads of photos.
Dave, you've told me that you do that, then unlike them, so the girls get to see them. And then
what? That's obviously a joke. All right, moving right along.
Take that back.
No, it's real Elise. He did tell me that. He says he likes the girls' photos, so they get the notification and he unlikes it, so you can't find out. Fucked him for that. I'm sorry. I made all of that up. He will. I'm not sorry. You know what, Isaac, your story.
My favorite story over the last however many months it's been is basically the whole GameStop, Wall Street bets thing, the revolution, the financial revolution, basically.
I actually don't know what this was.
Wait. So, mate. So essentially, some smart individual realized that there were more. I don't really go into the how the share markets and stock markets work, but basically, people were betting that this business was going to fail more than the amount of stocks there were in existence. So it was 151% shorts over what should be 100% shares. But because there were so many people buying, it just kind of got to this point where it's just slowly doing this as people slowly going down as people sell and buy and sell and buy and whatever. And they realized this. I'm like, well, they're over betting. That's impossible. It's physically impossible. We can fuck them up. We just need the numbers and the capital. So they started this whole Reddit trend, and this was dating back to like September, October, November. It first started, but it only got bigger kind of appeal overnight on Wall Street Bets and Reddit.
Back then, it was 102%.
Yeah,
when they started,
slowly got bigger and bigger. So basically, they just fucking pumped a bunch of money into this stock, blasted right past the sell order, which basically means that how do you explain this in real quick internet terms? Basically, they owe a fuck ton of money, and because they were betting that the share price was going to go down, and it actually went up. Every time it went up, they lost money per dollar it went up, and then it went to a high of $483, the share price, when it was sitting at like a $6.
$6,
yeah, $6. So it fucking blasted 821%, right? Absolutely annihilated. They canceled their short at whatever time, like lost a bunch of money, a bunch of other people. But the thing that I disliked about it is that all these internet people thought they were starting a financial revolution, when realistically, like 20% of them made money and 80% of them are still at a huge loss. Because they bought at $150 thinking it was still going up, $200 thinking it was still going up, $300 thinking it was still going up. At $483, someone bought. Someone had to have, right? Yeah. Which means that there is someone up there that is from $483 all the way down to what it is now, which is $52. But because they didn't know enough about the situation and thought they were part of this movement, they're at a loss. And everyone's like, fuck the hedge funds, fuck this, fuck that, without completely understanding the macroeconomic effects of this whole thing that happened over a space of 10 to 14 days. I watched it from the sidelines and thought it was fucking amazing, because I know people that are investors like myself, but they got involved because it was like they wanted to do it for the people. It wasn't about making money. And I found the whole thing just crazy.
You've got quite into this stock thing, haven't you?
Yeah, lockdown, innit? I'm up 25%. I'm happy.
It just, for me, stock market is like gambling for intelligent people. I'm not intelligent, so
it can be. It's if you're trading, it can be. If you're investing, then you not necessarily, because I wouldn't say it's gambling, because it's long term. You can just let it go for 5, 10, 15 years, and it may not see as much of a growth as your bank account if it's a bad pick, but it's still likely going to grow, if that makes sense. But that's a conversation for another day, I think.
I might get into it. I might not.
Probably I just enjoy like crypto because it's so volatile. It goes up. When it goes up, man. Like, for example, I put $50 into a coin called Dash 2 weeks ago, and as of last night, it was worth like $190. So like, I more than tripled my money in the space of 2 weeks.
And then what? Can you just withdraw that now?
Yeah. So I've just got an app where I just go sell, withdraw money.
What do you use? Coinbase, CoinSpot?
CoinSpot, yeah.
CoinSpot, yeah. So I was trying to set that up when the Doge peaked first. So it was still at like 0.04 cents. And I was like, this is going to keep going. This is going to keep riding. And I was trying to set it up, and I was like, due to high demand, we're under. I'm like, just let me make an account. Let me invest. Just give it to. I want to put money in this, and it just wouldn't let it go. And it went up to like 14 cents and then back down to 7. I'm like, you cunts.
What's the recent thing? Hasn't Bitcoin just gone mental?
Yes.
Elon Musk.
So Tesla, that was going to be, I was trying to decide what my story was going to be. One of them was going to be that Tesla spent $1.9 billion in Bitcoin.
Why?
Because the value is just going through the roof. I mean, right now, one Bitcoin's worth 63.
Wasn't that because they invested in it? That's why
it was already
long term.
Wow.
Yeah,
long term.
Plus, Tesla have big cash reserves, so there's no reason from a logical perspective. If you have, I don't know, $2.5-3 billion of just cash, why keep it all in cash? Right? Diversify. Have some in Bitcoin, some in cash, some in gold. If you really fucking think that's the future, I mean, it's not, but like there's no reason to have it all in US dollars when that's just as versatile in different ways.
So for example, Dave, at this 1 year ago, one Bitcoin was worth around 19,000 Australian dollars, and right now it's worth 63,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
I know people that have bought houses from Bitcoin booms.
Yeah, man. Guy I knew back home. Shout out to Andy Gill. He bought Bitcoin when it was like £800 for a coin, and when it went up to, I think it was £27,000, he had 39 of them or something like that.
Yeah, I tried to mine it in high school.
Yeah.
I was trying to mine it in high school, and I couldn't get it working.
I have a mate who did that. Shout out to Daniel Groves if you're listening, mate. But he tried doing that, and I remember one night I went to, because he lives in Bolton. Shout out to Bolton. Let's just do shout
All right,
out.
we shouted out some stuff, right? Fucking calm down.
I went to
You're in this
Bolton.
place called Earth. Shout out to you.
I went to Bolton of all places. Great night out. And he was trying to explain to me in pre-drinks in his kitchen what mining Bitcoins. I was like, Danny, I just want to get pissed, mate.
Like, Resnick was like, bro, you got to do it. You got to invest. Like, this is the future.
No joke. That's why he was like. That's why he's like.
Your pyramid scheme, your internet pyramid money. Like, go away.
That's why he was like. I was like, mate, nah, I ain't got time for this. I can only just use Microsoft Paint, and you're asking me to mine something.
There's a guy in the UK that his house, the radiators in his house are powered by the heat that comes from the setup that he's got to mine Bitcoin.
Yeah.
It's clever.
It uses more energy now around the world. Bitcoin mining uses more energy than all of Argentina.
What are you on about? What do you mean?
So to mine, you need very... Oh, this gets super nerdy. You need real...
This isn't good podcast content. Okay, let's go away.
Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
My story, I've got two very quick stories. Number one, Tesla related. Let's go back to that. It's a good link in. Do me a favor, anyone that's listening to this, go online and look at the new interior of the new Tesla Model S and Model X. It's unbelievable. It's scary, futuristic. The steering wheel looks like it's out of a racing car. The screen is a 4K horizontal screen. It is beautiful in every single sense of the word.
What was it called?
The Tesla Model S. Just type in Tesla Model S interior refresh. Do that. Have a look. This is a real car that exists that is going to be on getting delivered from next month. It is unbelievable.
Why is it on Netflix?
Because Netflix is built into the car.
Yeah, but that doesn't seem very safe.
Yeah, you don't watch it. You don't watch it whilst you're driving. It's whilst you're charging.
The inside does look very sexy.
It looks unbelievable.
It literally looks like you're playing PlayStation.
It looks like a
PlayStation controller.
So if you look at the steering
dashboard.
Wheel, the steering wheel doesn't have a top. It also doesn't have any indicator stalks or anything like that. If you look closer as well, all that is now on the steering wheel. It is unbelievable. When the future of these cars, I reckon within the next 3 to 4, maybe 5 years, they will be able to drive themselves. Certainly within the United States.
Is that it? That's it there.
The interior.
That means inside.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I know. But I just wanted to say that's what it looks like from the outside. Right?
You get the S or the X. Yeah.
It almost looks like a Aston Martin kind of.
That's a good thing to say. So within the next few years, if you, again, anyone listening, type in Tesla Autopilot FSD beta into YouTube and watch how these cars drive themselves round cities without anyone touching anything to do with the steering wheel.
Oh my God, iRobot is real.
It's real.
iRobot is real. It is.
So when that's a thing, and you're able to just sit and watch TV in the car without you having to actually drive the car, that's going to be very, very helpful. Anyway, so that was one of my stories. My second story
is you get two.
Yeah, because mine's very short. You talked for ages about shit. So, and then
that's why we did a podcast.
Yeah. So Apple, whilst we've been away in this break, have came out with the Apple M1 chip inside laptops.
Now, we already did this.
Did we?
Yes, you already did this. The real good. Oh. It's been sent. Yeah, you. I will done this one.
I will elaborate on that though, because I was watching. Aren't Apple bringing out glasses?
Apple glasses, yeah, man.
Oh. Mate, I was watching a video on them.
They're gonna do it, and Google's gonna be like, "We did this first, but we did it shit."
They look unreal if they actually work.
So the next Apple iPhone is going to be a flip phone. Yeah.
Are you talking the M1 thing? You're talking. It's like a computer unit like that big.
Yeah, it's just it's a chip within a computer.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
God, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I'd done that already. But go look at that as well. So, boys, we've done it. We finally got a podcast complete.
Way.
So we'll be back next week, but we won't. It'll be a 3-month gap.
No, because we're gonna wait a week to release this. That gives us a week.
Yeah,
week and a half to record.
Yeah, it's really it's annoying because Dave's got a busy schedule. So I'm doing gigs at night time. Isaac's drunk all the time. It's really difficult for us.
I work nights and you work days. That's
Work
the reason.
nights. He's drunk in a pub. Working nights. We're going to try and get these out on a weekly basis. If all three of us can't do it, then two of us will do it. I'm saying that now.
we do.
Yeah,
need
no,
to
I think that's fair.
Yeah, but it's good to be back. It's good to be back, boys.
Yeah.
And then what you guys hopefully come up with.
Wait, is this the first podcast I've done from my new house?
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
And then we might be doing one where, oh God, shall we say it again? You used to come to Magnetic Island in March.
Well, I don't think I am.
Oh. Well, that killed
Good
that.
chat.
Yeah, great. Anyway.
So that was nice.
So it's a bye from me.
Yeah, we should have finished that like 2 minutes ago. Why not? Why aren't you coming? Oh, work things.
I can't. Let's talk about this later.
Okay. All right. Fuck you.
We'll do this after recording the Zoom call.
Yeah, the things we talk about after recording. We should do when we get
No, Dave, we're not recording anymore. Fuck off.
no,
Okay.
when we get more famous, if we ever do.
You need to make podcasts to get famous, Dave.
Yeah, we should do. We should. Yeah, we should do the free schooners, the after hours.
Oh. And that's only a part of our Patreon. You have to pay $9 a month to get it after hours.
only podcast. That was a joke.
Anyway, it's a goodbye from me. Thank you very much for listening to us, ladies and gentlemen.
And it's a goodbye from me. Thank you very much. It's good to be back.
And it's a goodbye from me. We hope you guys enjoyed this. We will be back next week. We will make another one. We do have that bingo competition. Like us on Facebook. Like us on Instagram. Follow us on Spotify.
Dave will post about it. Dave will
post about it. And he was only allowed to use 3 sentences. No more. That's it.
What do you mean?
As in not 50 paragraphs. Anyways,
got
it's a goodbye
so
from
much
me.
to say.
Welcome to the Three Schooners. Goodbye.
Goodbye.